나는 여기까지 했거든.
그걸 너가 진짜 했다고?
여기까지 내가 했어.
거짓말하지 마.
진짜.
걸리는 계절이었다.
아직 글쓰면 더 털어가. 주렁주렁 다 털려.
운동회가 대목인데 땡빚을 내서라도 점포를 내든지 해야지. 엄마가 거기 살 수 있는 거 아무것도 없어. 엄마 속이려고 들면 100번 1000번도 더 속여. 너 잘났다. 그니까 그만 좀 동동 되라고. 그만. 너 자식 낳아봐. 너랑 똑같은 딸 한번 낳아봐.
그게 좀 귀엽다.
도영이
Did the world wake up on the wrong side of bed? Sleepy-eyed with a red-hot pounding head. I'm surprised that we still managed to circle the sun. We should all be dead and buried with the damage we've done. 10 p.m. rolls around, it's the same old tale. A shooting here and the following political trail. I grab a beer and I sit down on the floor. Change it over to the comedy on Channel 4. I only watch it for the weather, then at least there's hope for some. Don't tell me this goes on forever. The weather ain't for everyone. All these guys in suits seem to make all this pain. What good's a rainbow without any rain? It's always crying an impression of somebody else. Change the channel before you lose your sense of self. My little sister doesn't look at the